guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is very long overdue, but it's here, it's time, I'm ready. I've became so much better at my own makeup. I'm here to show you guys all the new tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the past few years of getting my makeup done Monday to Friday every day. So yeah, let's get right into this. Get ready with me. Okay, we're gonna start off by having our face prepped. I already prepped my skin with like all my skincare and stuff. I'm gonna do a separate video on what I use for skincare because it's just honestly so much. But just make sure you have, some moisture on the skin, a nice serum. You just want your face to look alive underneath all the makeup. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with my Laneige. Which one is this? This is just the pink one. It's just the sleeping mask. I love this stuff. I've been getting so many rude comments about my lips these days, and honestly, it's rude to constantly put hate on someone's page, but I wanted to just talk about my lips a little bit. My lips have kind of been through it. My lips in particular just kind of take filler a little weirdly, so I happen to get like some weird like bump situations. It doesn't have to do with the injector, to be completely honest. It's just my personal lips and just how they react to, I think, the injection. So I'm kind of on a little lip journey. I'm gonna probably get them dissolved. I've literally got them dissolved and refilled like 2 to 3 times this year. Trying to just get it to the perfect shape and size and everything. So yeah, I'm fixing my lips on Friday, I think. So I'll make a video for you guys on that too. But yeah, enough about my lips. Into this makeup. So I'm gonna start off with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I'm using shade 6.5D. So I learned this from honestly a few of my makeup artist friends. I always noticed they would be using this right before doing my makeup, and it makes all the difference. It just really gives it that glow that you need underneath your makeup. Now I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter in the shade 5. So I'm using 2 shades, but they're both the same product. I'll just put that here. Yeah, I put that on my face, and I love to use my Refy Beauty brush, and I just dab it in. I find that this brush just really blends it the best. Honestly, I used to never do any steps before foundation, so now I'm going to be using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, my all-time holy grail, best foundation hands down. I use shade Syracuse. It is a little darker than my shade right now. Okay, so I'm going to be mixing it with Valencia. Same exact foundation, just a lighter shade. So I'm gonna put some pumps on my hand. And now I'm gonna I like to apply my makeup with a brush, and then I go in with my beauty blender after. Okay, I've wet my beauty blender, so now I'm gonna just blend all my foundation out. Going in with my concealer now. This is a NARS Creamy Concealer, and this is the shade Ginger. So I'm gonna put that right underneath my eyes. And honestly, you guys, makeup is what you make it. So this is just my routine. You don't have to follow it step by step, but you could just take, just some of the techniques that I use and apply it to how you want to do it yourself. Okay. Does anyone else unconsciously have to open their mouth whenever they put on like bottom mascara or like concealer right underneath your eyes? I think it's so weird how we're always like okay. Now you also want to make sure you drag out your concealer a little bit underneath your eyes to give it that lifted illusion. That's important. So yeah, now I'm gonna let my concealer sit while I apply my contour. I've been loving this Tom Ford contour, and this is in the shade 01 Intensity 1, and it kind of just looks like this. This is my hydrating spray. You could use any hydrating spray. You could use a Mario Badescu. I know there's like a rose water, but this is my Il Makiage hydrating spray, and I just spray it on there. And then I'm gonna take the same brush I use for my foundation and dab it in, and just dab that on the areas that I want contoured. So I personally like when my contour sits higher up on my face, because you know I want the snatched, lifted look. I really don't like when people go too low with their contour, because it could kind of like make your face look bigger than what it is, and I personally don't like that look. This is just the first step, guys. We're gonna go back in with powder and everything after. So yeah, I'm gonna just put this on my forehead. Now I'm gonna go in with, it says SK. I think I got this in Target, but this is just a large eyeshadow brush, and it's kind of flat, which I like because I need a flat brush for my nose contour. A trick that I've learned is if you want to really pinch your nose, just go in closer than you usually would on the sides with your concealer, like so. And you're gonna go in, this is, like I said, my flat brush. This is just a large eyeshadow brush, but I use it for my nose. I'm gonna put it in the same contour and just go up like that. The tip. And then you could draw like a little circle at the tip too. I feel like it just gives it the button nose effect. Cute. And then I'm gonna drag it into my brow. Like that. And I'm gonna go in on the middle of my nose with a little bit of concealer. Like so. Okay, now we're gonna blend this baby out. So yeah, you guys, honestly, I used to just blend my concealer right away. But if you wait a little, it really does let the concealer sit and just look more seamless, so that you have less like lines increasing underneath your eyes. And you see, like, you want to just lightly dab it in and then kind of like lightly drag it across. I feel like it looks so good. See that? So yeah, guys, I want to also talk a little bit about being more consistent on here for you. So make sure you comment below what kind of makeup looks you guys would like to see. I really want to try doing more like colorful, glittery looks, because I know I'm super basic and I always just do like the same browns and like neutral tones for you guys. That's just honestly what I'm used to doing, but I really want to try to get more creative and everything. So yeah, oh my god, you guys, I forgot to add concealer right here. You want to add a little bit right here and on your chin. See? Even players fuck up sometimes. Oops, guess I'm not supposed to curse on here. Okay, sorry. Anyway, you want to just really blend it in. And I'm gonna let the one, the line on my nose kind of just sit for a little bit. Okay, done with that. Now we're gonna go in with my cream blush. Honestly, you guys, blush has easily became one of my favorite parts of makeup, doing my makeup. I don't know why. I just feel like it puts the look together and it adds that hint of color. But anyway, I'm using the Refi Beauty cream blush, and this is in the shade Malaya. Love. As you can see, I've used it a lot. I'm gonna just spray the hydrating spray on top of this. Let it kind of out for a second. And I'm gonna go back with the same Refi brush that I used before. And I'm gonna take the ends of it, the smaller side, and I'm gonna hit it in. And I'm gonna just dab it. Look how pretty that is, you guys. I just love this stuff. We're gonna do it to the other side. Isn't it weird how we have like a good side and a bad side? Like this is my great side and this is my like, oh my God, don't ever photograph me on this side. When I'm modeling and they're like, okay, turn the other way. I'm like, they're like, no. Like pose how you just pose for the other side. And I'm like, guys, I can't. I don't know why. Is it just me? I don't know. But yeah, look how pretty this blush is blending in, you guys. I don't know how I went so long with not liking blush, but I really love it now. So we're gonna just do that. Yeah, this is cute, guys. And you're gonna put a little bit in the center of your forehead, your chin, and your nose. It makes sense. I know it might not seem like it does, but it does. And then you just blend it all in. Okay, now I'm gonna go back with the same concealer that I've been using, and I'm gonna just reapply it just underneath my eyes, like that. And I'm gonna just let this sit for a second. Okay guys, I let it sit for a few minutes, and now I'm gonna blend it in. Letting the concealer sit, like I said, it does make all the difference, you guys. Okay. I think this is pretty well blended. Now for my nose, I'm gonna go in and just blend the tip, not the tip, the bridge. So yeah, I'm gonna take the back of this brush. I got this from a dollar store a minute ago. I don't know, the brand is called Amor Us. It's a premium pro makeup crease flat definer. I don't use it for my crease like that though. I kind of just use it for my concealer. I'm gonna just kind of drag that up and tap this down the bridge of my nose. Perfect. And I'm gonna go back in with the same brush I used for my bronzer before, my contour before. I'm not gonna add any more product. I'm gonna just kind of sharpen it up a little bit. Okay, cute. Now I'm gonna be using my Givenchy Prism 3 powder. It has sorry, there's probably some powder up here. It has 4 different like compartments with different powder colors. These are kind of more of a pink tone, which for some reason looks really nice on my skin. So they do have other powders with 4 different shades that aren't pink tone. They have like a tanner base and like a more yellow base. So you should just go into your local Sephora or wherever they sell this powder if you guys are gonna get it, and just kind of see what will work best for your skin tone. But this is what works best for mine. But I also like to blend it with my Huda Beauty Pound Cake powder. And this is more of, I want to say like, I don't know if I would say yellow, but it's definitely not pink. So yeah, I like to mix those two. And yeah, I'm gonna just reblend underneath my eyes to make sure there's no creasing. See? Kind of creasing right here. You want to make sure you get that crease out before you apply your powder, because that's how it'll look creased if you don't make sure that's out before. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna go in with my powder puff. You guys, this is also pretty life-changing in my opinion. I mean, if I don't have a powder puff, I do just use my beauty blender. But if I do have one, I definitely would. I prefer to use it now. I ordered these off of Amazon. I had a pack of like 100 of them. So yeah, you could really get any one, but These are from Amazon. But yeah, I'm gonna take this and dip it into both my setting powders and kind of blend them in to apply it underneath my eyes. And now you're gonna just hit it in and set everything you just did in place. Like that. And you can go down the sides of your nose. And I just really blend this all in. Such a difference. Now I'm gonna just repeat this to the other side. Just really make sure there are no creases before we set everything. Here. You guys, I know it looks like a lot of powder and you might be scared that your face is gonna look like too dry and cracky and cakey, but it's not, I promise you. I used to use like little to no powder, but honestly, adding powder to my makeup routine has made all the difference. Just wanna take it down the sides again. See, I just opened my mouth. There I go doing it again. So yeah, I'm gonna just blend it all out. And with whatever excess I have on my puff, I just kind of go over the other areas of my face with. And it's good to set your face because when you go and put your bronzer on top, it just goes on more seamlessly. Now I'm gonna go in with another eyeshadow brush. This is from the same SK company, don't really know the name, but this is a blending crease brush. And I'm gonna just go ahead and take my Honey Matte KKW Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna put a little bit on my brush and just blend my nose out with it. Just take the other side. Tip of my nose, and you know, that little circle we talked about earlier. And I'm gonna drag it up into my eyebrow. Now we're gonna go in with my bronzer. I've been loving the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Bahangal. I'm going in with my Makeup by Ariel and Morphe collab brush. And so like I said, I'm just patting it. And you kind of want to just blend it into that line that we made earlier so that it doesn't look as harsh. Now for one of my favorite parts, blush. Yes, I use the Dior Backstage blush that went viral on TikTok. It went viral for a reason. I'm obsessed with this blush. So I'm going to be taking the Sephora brush. This is a foundation brush, yeah, by Sephora. And yeah, I'm going to just pat it in and then apply it to my cheek. Look at the difference. Now I'm gonna repeat that to the other side, of course. Another tip that I learned from one of my makeup artist friends is to use an eyeshadow to reset your under eyes for the extra coverage and smoothness. So I'm going back with the KKW Honey Matte palette, and I'm using the lightest shade, which is Pollinate. Okay, this is the Sephora. This is a highlighting brush, but like the shape and like the thickness of it, the texture of it, I guess you could say, it just works really well for my powders. I'm gonna dab it in. I'm gonna hit the shade right underneath it, which is Stung, which is kind of like a yellowish shade, and I'm gonna hit it one time. I'm gonna just dust that all off. And I'm gonna just apply this underneath my eyes. Do you see how smooth that looks? So that was my little hack for you guys. Now I'm gonna go and just cut underneath my contoured areas. So for this part, I'm gonna just be taking pound cake. I don't need to mix both for that. I'm gonna take my powder puff. And like I said, I like more of a higher cut. I usually like when it like hits the corner of my lip. Like so. You always want to make sure they're even. And now I'm gonna quickly dust that all off. I really don't like for it to sit because I feel like it leaves more of like the white look when you let it sit for too long. Okay, I'm gonna go back in, hit it a little bit. To just sharpen up that contour. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit of highlight. I don't go too crazy with highlight, and this is the NYX High Glass Illuminating Powder. It's this pretty goldish shade. This is in Daytime Halo. I'm gonna just take the back of my finger, get that in, and dab it on the tip of my nose and the bridge a little bit. Okay, that is just about it for my face. And now I'm gonna go into my all-time favorite feature, my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna just clean my brows off so that any foundation or powder, any residue is kind of, you know, off, so I have fresh brows to work on. Okay guys, for brows, I'm gonna be using the Anastasia pomade, and this is in the shade Ebony. And I'm using the Anastasia brow pencil. This is in number 12. So I just always start by brushing up my brows, making sure they're all in line. And you don't want to go too hard with the pomade because it could come off as a bit chalky if you don't apply it the right way. So you also want to wet it a little bit, so I'm going to go in with the hydrating spray once again so that it's kind of a bit more moist, because you don't want to use a dry pomade. So I just kind of start with my brows in the center, and I just kind of fill it in a little bit. Then I'll brush it up a little bit, and I'm just doing this with a light hand too, guys. So yeah, now I'm gonna go to the bottom of the brow and lightly start to shape it how I want it. Like I said, like it a bit more straight. So I'm gonna just straighten out my brow. And I keep brushing them up because I don't wanna have to add extra product more product than I need to. So yeah, now I'm gonna just go to the top and create the straight line that I love. And once again, just blend that out. Okay, that's gonna be it for this eyebrow. And now I'm gonna go in on this eyebrow. Okay, now we're gonna conceal and add our eyebrow gel. So for concealing the brows, I absolutely love the Makeup by Ariel / Morphe brush. This is in the number A19. This angled side just really does it for me. Okay, anyway, found my concealer. You don't need to add too much. So yeah, I'm gonna just take this side. And then this is really how I shape my brows, with this angled brush and with the concealer. So like I said, my eyebrows naturally just go down, and like you can see, I'm literally covering the hairs right here. and I'm just gonna start to create the shape that I really want for my brows. Now I'm gonna repeat this to the other side. Gotta cover up the unwanted hairs. And this always looks better when my eyebrows are done. Oh no. Fix that after. Okay, now I'm gonna go in and take a little bit more and just do it a little bit on the top of the brow. I don't really go too crazy, I just kind of do a little bit and then blend it in. Like that. And I'm gonna repeat it to the other side. Like so. Okay, so that is it for the shaping and filling in. Okay, for my brow gel, I'm gonna use the Refined Beauty Brow Gel. So this is a little tricky because it is a white gel. You have to make sure you really brush it out so that you don't have any residue, but I just love how it holds my brows down. So I just really brush them up like this. So yeah, I'm gonna just brush, brush, brush. And then I'm gonna take my other brush and just kind of get any of the white residue off and continue to lift my brows. Now that my brows are shaped and brushed out, we're gonna move on to my eyes. So I'm not gonna go crazy with the eye makeup today. I do have lash extensions on, so I'm gonna wait to do an eye look for you guys when I don't have on extensions because it's easier to, you know, really get the powder and stuff in there. I'm gonna go back with the same shade I used for my nose, which is Sweet Nectar. I don't have anything on my eyes. I'm just gonna apply this powder all over my lid, and I'm gonna just really blend this all out. So as you can see, it just adds a little bit of color, and I just feel like it also brings the look together without having to do too much. Just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna just brush my lashes out. When you guys have lash extensions, you shouldn't put mascara on them, so that's why I'm just brushing them. Now I'm gonna do my lips. I'm gonna be using the NYX brow liner, and this is in the shade brown. So my lips are very tricky for me right now, especially because they're not the shape that I want them to be to begin with. So I'm gonna just start by lining just the Cupid's bow area. So start like that. I'm gonna drag it down. side. And now I have to just match them. So as you can see, this side is more round right here, and this side is kind of more straight down. So I'm gonna just round this side out. Okay, and now I'm gonna just, in the middle of my Cupid's bow, blend it a little bit. Now I'm gonna do underneath. Always flip up your lip to get everything super precise. And then I'll blend it like that with my finger. Clean up that side with the same brush that I used for my brows. Like that. Now I'm gonna go in with my NYX lip cream, and this is in the shade Cape Town. Let me just put this. I'm gonna blend this with my finger too. Okay, so this is it, and I'm gonna go back in with my lip liner now. And that is it. I'm such a liar. I'm gonna add a little bit more blush for a bit more color because my skin eats up blush. I don't know why. Adding a bit more blush. And now for the grand finale, I'm gonna finish my face off by spraying my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. Honestly, the best setting spray I've ever used, hands down. It is this one right here. Just shake it a little bit. I love this setting spray because it leaves my face feeling dewy and fresh. Although I put so much powder on, it just kind of brings it back to being dewy and fresh for me. So I'm gonna just spray this all over. Like this. And yes, you should look a little wet. And I'm gonna just let this dry in. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I love how you could kind of see the dewiness on my forehead and my nose and my cheeks. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this step-by-step. This is literally exactly how I do my makeup. I didn't just, throw stuff together just to show you guys actually what I do. So I hope you guys use my technique and my routine. Let me know if you guys do use it and how you like it. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see from me. But yeah, this is the finished look. It's glam, but simple glam. No crazy eyeshadows or anything like that. So like I said, I am open to trying new eyeshadow colors and stuff. So let me know what you guys want to see. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching.